to Seaview. Come in, Seaview.
This is Seaview. Go ahead, Admiral.
We're approaching our coordinates. Estimated time of arrival, 12 minutes.
Aye, sir. Any instructions for the skipper?
Tell Captain Crane that our distinguished guest is beside him. And be sure that he gets a proper welcome aboard.
Aye, aye, sir.
Distinguished guest, proper welcome. That's a bit strong, Admiral. I meant this to be a casual visit.
Well, don't worry about it, Senator. We tend to keep a pretty informal ship.
Skipper. From the Admiral, sir.
Oh, good.
The Admiral?
He's got Senator Dennis with him. They'll be here in about 10 minutes. Come to a full stop and make all preparations to pipe them aboard.
All stop, maintain neutral buoyancy.
Aye, sir.
Will the Senator require sleeping quarters?
No, it's a quick courtesy call. He'll be leaving in a couple of hours.
Dennis, he's a member of the Armed Forces Committee, isn't he?
Well, that's right. He was just appointed about a month ago.
I'll bet he's coming to look at the Admiral's special baby.
There's no doubt about it, Chip. Everybody in the government wants to see it.
Think the Admiral will show it to him?
Well, when he's good and ready, not before then. Better get that detail ready.
All right.
Okay, Kowalski, this is your post the whole time this VIP is aboard. No matter what, you don't open the door for him. Got it?
Right, Chief.
I don't know what's so special about this one, but it's the captain's orders.
I know what's so special about him. This is William Dennis.
What, you know this guy or something?
He's my senator. Didn't you read about the election?
Oh, sure, the election. Oh, he won it, didn't he?
Biggest upset in the history of our state. Came from nowhere, man. Didn't have a chance. Got around, met a few people, and got won by a landslide.
Oh, yeah, I read about it. Just don't let him through that door, okay?
Okay.
Hi, Admiral.
Chip, gentlemen.
Oh, Captain Crane, I believe. I'm Billy Dennis.
Welcome aboard, Senator.
You must be the exec. It's good to be here. Nice to know all you men. How do you do? How do you do? How do you do, sailor? Admiral, this man tells me he's one of my constituents. That's quite an unexpected pleasure. Now then, what's in here?
Let's see, working components of the new X4 device.
Oh, well, I'd like very much to see that.
I'm sorry, sir.
His orders are to permit no one in there.
Well, certainly that doesn't include me.
Well, I'm afraid it does, Senator. As you know, the Seaview doesn't come under the authority of the Armed Services, and the X4 hasn't yet officially been turned over to the government.
Of course, that's quite understandable. Oh, don't worry about it, sailor. You do your job well.
Shall we continue the tour? Down this way.
Thank you, sir.
To the Bottom of the Sea, starring Richard Basehart, David Hedison, Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea.
What happened?
has to stop the slug. Get him to sick bay. All right, let's go. Take it easy. We don't know how bad he's hit.
I'm sorry about this, Senator, but we'll let Captain Crane handle it.
Kowalski? Oh, why did you shoot him?
It wasn't Patterson. It was something in the corridor. Something terrible coming right at me. I had to shoot. Don't you see? I had to.
He wouldn't shoot one of his own men. Sir, not Kowalski. He needs medical help. Look, I'll take him down to sick bay, okay?
I want to question him first.
Look at him. Can't the questioning wait? He needs to see the doc first.
Not until I find out what's going on. I'll post another man on this watch and bring Kowalski up to the nose.
Aye, sir.
What are we doing in here, Admiral?
It's part of your tour of the Seaview, Senator.
You're joking, of course. But let's get down to brass tacks. We both know what it is I came to see here on your submarine.
The X4, of course.
Of course. And apparently I'm to be denied that privilege.
No, not altogether, no, sir. It's true I had to deny you permission to look at the component room, but then that's all pretty technical anyway for anyone but an engineer. But I am going to show you the most interesting part of the device.
Here in this room?
Right. Here in this room.
Well, that's just a simple map of the world.
No, it's more than a map, Senator, and it's hardly simple. This is the view panel of the X4. Let me activate it for you. These lights represent the precise position of every nuclear submarine in the world.
Well, if that's true, that's the most amazing thing I've ever encountered.
It's literally true. The green lights are our subs. The amber are those of our allies and neutrals, and the others, of course, are potential hostiles.
Well, are these approximations or guesses, or can they be verified?
We've had occasion to check the position of our own subs and others against their relative position on the chart. So far, the device has been 100% correct.
If you could prove that to me, this could easily be the most important weapon in our entire defense complex.
And I can prove it. Choose any one of the green lights.
Very well. That one, closest one to Hawaii.
Latitude 21 degrees, 59 minutes. Longitude 160 degrees. That should be the Thomas Paine. Sparks, send a Code 1 message to the SSN Thomas Paine. I request a reading of their position.
Aye, sir.
We should have confirmation within minutes. I think that should prove my point.
Depth 500. Trim satisfactory.
Very well. Continue to hold trim at dead stop.
Hold trim at dead stop. Aye, aye, sir.
Now, Kowalski, let's try it again. You heard this noise. You investigated. And saw what?
There was this thing in the corridor, sir. It was alive, sir. And it made this noise, an awful noise, sir, and then it came at me. Straight at me.
And you fired?
Yes, sir. Over and over again, right in the middle of it. It was awful.
And then what happened?
I don't know, sir. That's all I can remember.
Was Patterson in the corridor at any time?
No, sir. Never. Not until Not until after I fired. And I saw him lying there in the deck. And the thing was gone then, and it was just Pedersen lying there.
All right, Kowalski. I'm sending you to sick bay. The doctor will give you something to help you sleep. That's all. Go on.
Aye, sir.
No, it's difficult to believe, Admiral. But if those are all nuclear submarines...
And they are.
Admiral, I have position requested for the SSM Thomas Paine, sir.
Let's have it.
Latitude 41 degrees, 59 minutes. Longitude 160 degrees.
Thank you, Sparks.
Well, the SSN Thomas Paine is exactly where you said it was. The device really does work.
With infallible accuracy.
Have you any idea how much this can affect our entire defense posture?
Yeah, quite a clear idea, Senator.
Well, then how soon are you going to turn it over to Washington?
As soon as we finish testing it, I'm sorry, Senator. Sorry, but it's impossible to be more explicit.
Hey, that's very strange.
What's that?
Well, the light marking the Thomas Paine's position. It's gone out.
Sparks, have you broken contact with the Thomas Paine?
Affirmative.
Well, get them back at once. I want their position reconfirmed.
Aye, aye, sir.
Forget it, Ski. I know it was an accident. One of those things.
You're gonna be okay, though, aren't you?
Sure. Doc says I'll be up and around again by tomorrow. You always were a lousy shot.
Yeah. Lucky for you. How could it happen? That's what I want to know. How?
It's not an easy question to answer, Chief.
Yeah, I know these guys. I work with them. I live with them. If a kid like Kowalski can shoot his own best friend, what's going on?
I'm trying to get the answers the only way I know how.
Well, should you leave him alone in there after what happened? I mean...
I think talking to Patterson is the best possible therapy for Kowalski.
Yes, sir. Is he still,
Oh, I doubt if he ever was. Not in the sense that you implied, Chief.
Yeah, but what about all that stuff of seeing things in the corridor and then gunning down Patterson?
It's all part of the pattern I uncovered when I examined him.
What'd you find out, Doc? I mean, he'll be okay, won't he?
I believe so. He had some sort of delusion. Perhaps brought on by a shock of some sort.
Well, it won't happen again, will it?
I'm not a betting man, but I'd say the chances were something like 1,000,000 to 1.
Thanks, Doc.
Admiral, this is Sparks.
Any luck, Sparks?
Negative, sir. The Thomas Paine does not acknowledge our signal.
Admiral, more of them are going out all the time. Nearly every green light on the board.
Sparks, send out a general call to all U.S. nuclear subs. Emergency frequency, request top priority response.
Aye, aye, sir.
They're all going out. One by one, all over the board.
It's not possible. It can't be happening.
They're all going out. Every light.
Senator, if we can believe our eyes, every nuclear submarine, all except Seaview and that lone ship, has disappeared from the oceans of the world.
Okay, secure the detail. Well, Chief, engineering checked out every circuit in there, sir. Not a thing wrong.
Post a watch.
Aye, sir.
SSRN Seaview calling. Priority A emergency. Please acknowledge. SSRN Seaview calling. Emergency. Please acknowledge.
That's no use. Secure the call.
I've tried every emergency frequency on the board, sir. There's no answer anywhere.
Every nuclear submarine in the world except this one vanished in the span of a few short minutes.
Engineering's finished that check, Admiral.
And?
Everything's working. There's no breakdown in the system.
That's got to be. It's the only explanation that makes sense.
Pardon me, sir. Could you come forward and meet the observation lounge? There's something I'd like you to see.
Excuse me.
Of course, Washington must be notified.
Well, naturally. Sparks, raise the code center of the Pentagon. Use the scrambler.
Aye, aye, sir.
What's wrong?
Take a look out the window. What do you see?
Nothing. What about it?
That's just the point. There's nothing there. 10 minutes ago, the whole ocean outside was alive with fish. Now there's nothing stirring. What happened to them? Where'd they go?
That's a good question.
SSRN Seaview calling. Priority A emergency. Please acknowledge. This is Seaview calling. Emergency. Please acknowledge. Sir, I can't raise anybody.
We'll switch frequencies, send a general call in the clear. I'll speak to anyone you can reach in Washington.
Aye, sir. I'll do what I can.
Admiral, I don't like the general air of this whole business. There's something eerie about it.
Yeah, I agree. You wait here for me.
Yeah, but the Washington call.
I'll be right back for it. Chip, get me a commercial television channel on the view screen.
Aye.
There are commercial television channels in our range.
Yeah, several. At least 4 at this point. The signal should be fairly strong.
I can't seem to get anything, sir.
Why not? The set's working and we're in range.
I don't know. There's just nothing on the air.
I don't get it.
No? Well, neither do I.
Nothing. Your operator can't get any answer from Washington at all.
What the devil's happened to your receiver?
I don't know, sir. I've run every check I can. I could swear it's completely operative.
Try the AM band.
I've tried them. Listen to this.
Nothing.
That's right, sir. It's like every radio station in the world was stopped transmitting.
Chip, take us up to periscope depth.
Aye, aye, sir. Take us up to 90 feet.
Aye, sir. 90 feet.
What do you see?
Nothing.
This is a main shipping lane.
I know. Not only no ships in sight, there are no planes in the air. Not even a bird.
Chip, what do you get on radar?
Nothing, sir. Not any kind of blip at all.
What do you make of it?
I want a meeting of these officers in the map room at once. Senator, you please come with me. Well, there it is, gentlemen. According to the X4, no nuclear subs exist in the seas. We can observe no fish in the waters, no birds in the air. Our instruments can detect no ships. And we've been unable to contact any living thing afloat or ashore. Any comment? How far are we from Norfolk?
A little over 2 hours.
All right, set a course for the Navy base there and proceed submerged at flank speed.
Aye, sir.
Senator, you and I will take off in the Flying 7 and head directly for Washington. Chief, you come along with us.
Aye, sir.
Within the hour, we should have the answer to this. That's all, gentlemen. keep in contact by radio. When you get to Norfolk, make a full report to the base commander and stand by for further orders.
Aye, sir. Good luck, Admiral.
Aye. Sit up.
Anything unusual?
Not at all. There's the flying subs blip on screen. They're approaching the mainland now.
Good.
Mr. Morton? Excuse me, sir.
Kowalski, what are you doing on a sick bay?
Reporting back to duty, sir.
How do you feel?
Never better, Skipper. I'm sorry about what happened, sir. I still don't understand it.
Did the doc give you a duty slip?
Yes, sir. He says I'm okay.
Very well. I'll take over the thermometer watch.
Aye, aye, sir.
Keep an eye on him.
The Virginia coast. We'll land in Washington in a few minutes. Flying Sub 1 to National Airport Tower, Command Tower. Command Tower.
Don't tell me we can't get them.
Tower, this is Flying Sub 1. We must have landing clearance.
Well, this is insanity. I don't care what the Seaview operator said. Your radios are broken, that's all.
Well, that's easy to prove. Flying Sub to Seaview. Come in, Seaview.
Flying Sub 1. This is Seaview. Go ahead.
Sparks, I'd like to speak with Captain Crane.
Crane here, Admiral.
Lee, what's your position?
By now, Cape Charles should be on our starboard beam.
Good. So far, we haven't been able to make contact with anything. We'll have to land in Washington without landing clearance.
Any explanation yet?
None. Now, listen to me carefully. I don't know what's going on. We won't know until we land, so approach Norfolk with caution. Understood?
Understood.
All slow to 1/3.
All slow to 1/3. Aye.
Now what?
A problem with the thermometer. This doesn't check out at all with the chart.
This is all fouled up.
I know. We let Kowalski out of sick bay a little too soon.
Kowalski, how did you get these readings?
I checked them 5 times, sir. I guarantee they're right.
Dead slow.
Maneuvering come to dead slow.
Dead slow. Aye.
His figures are right.
So's our chart. The two don't check.
Come to periscope depth.
5-degree up bubble.
Up 5 degrees. Aye.
Level off 90 feet.
90 feet, sir.
You see something?
Can't be. It just isn't possible.
Are we off course?
Only a couple of thousand miles. Take a look.
San Francisco. We're not only off course, we're in the wrong ocean. It's impossible. That's all I can say. Our last position check put us a couple of miles off the coast of Virginia.
That's right.
Then how in the name of common sense can that be San Francisco out there?
It couldn't be. But take another look. Tell me what else you notice about the city.
Deserted.
That's right. It ties in with all the other experiences we've been having.
Have you got an explanation?
No. I want a new course bearing 90 degrees relative. All ahead standard at 90 feet.
Aye, aye, sir.
Anything yet?
No, sir, not a thing.
I want to raise FS1. Give me the Admiral.
Aye, sir. Seaview to FS1, come in. This is SSRN Seaview to FS1. Do you read me?
Keep on it, Sparks. I've got to reach him.
It's the same everywhere. Where is everybody?
I would be perfectly willing to admit that I'm going out of my mind. It's, Then we all seem to be in the same boat.
Yeah.
We couldn't find anything. How about you?
Well, I went to my office. It's just the way I left it. No significant messages, no sign of disorder, just nothing.
I think we should head for the Pentagon. There's bound to be something there that'll give us a lead.
I disagree. It's obvious to me the entire city's been evacuated. Only the greatest possible catastrophe could warrant something like this.
Do you think something terrible is going to happen?
There isn't a doubt in my mind. I think we better make tracks out of here.
Without learning anything more?
Well, we've learned enough.
What about the other cities? What about New York?
I say we return at once to the Seaview.
I'm sorry, Senator. I'm going to have a look at New York first.
All right, have it your way.
Here are the readings from the navigational satellite. We're right where we thought we were in the first place.
Off the coast of Virginia and heading north.
How do you explain looking through the scope and seeing San Francisco?
Skipper, I'm in contact with the Admiral.
Admiral, where are you?
We're in the flying sub approaching New York City. We landed at Washington. It's been evacuated.
Evacuated? Why?
I don't know. All I can tell you, Lee, is that since we left you, we haven't seen a living thing, man, fish, or fowl.
Neither have we, including in the city of San Francisco.
San Francisco? How do you know that?
We saw it, or thought we saw it. But instrumentation tells us we're still in Atlantic waters.
Well, I'm sure you are, Lee, although there's precious little else I am sure of. Except that we've got to find out what this is all about.
What do you want us to do?
Head for New York Harbor at flank speed. We'll meet you there.
Aye, sir. Chip, stay on this heading and bring us up to flank speed.
Maneuvering come to all ahead flank.
All ahead flank. Aye, sir.
Kowalski, come with me. Ron, take over. Kowalski, when you were on guard outside the components room, what you saw in the corridor just wasn't there. You realize that, don't you?
I do now, yes, sir. The doc explained it was some kind of nervous collapse.
All right. Now, having been through it once and knowing it wasn't true, do you think you could be fooled again?
No, sir, I couldn't.
No, I don't think you could either. And I have to find out. Will you give it a try?
If that's what you want me to do, Skipper.
It's not an order.
I know, sir.
All right.
We're on course and running it flank.
Yeah, very well. Chip, I want Corridor A placed off limits to all personnel for the next hour. The same order applies to the corridor adjacent to my quarters. See that it's done. It's very important.
Aye, aye, sir.
All right.
New York looks normal enough. Because it's hard to tell much at this altitude.
What are you going to do?
Reconnoiter a little lower, then set her down on the East River and go ashore. Hang on.
Kowalski, this is the captain.
Kowalski here, sir.
Everything secure there?
So far, sir.
Very well. Stand watch for 15 minutes, then report to me in my cabin.
Aye, aye, sir.
Kowalski? Kowalski?
Not a person in sight.
That's all we need to know. Let's get back to your submarine at once.
Without more investigation? No, I don't think so.
Nelson, be reasonable. Some terrible catastrophe has struck the Earth. Now, the sooner we surround ourselves with the protection of the Seaview, the better our chances of survival.
I'm sorry, Senator. We have to find out what's actually happening. I'm not leaving here without landing on Manhattan, and that's final.
Easy, Captain. Easy.
How did you get me out of there?
Kowalski reported to your cabin as ordered. When he knocked on the door, the firing began from inside. Kowalski alerted me, and I came running.
Did you see it? That thing, did you see it?
There wasn't anything there.
But my cabin door was broken in.
We found your door closed and locked from the inside.
That's what I was trying to prove. Now I know what Kowalski must have been going through.
Was that what happened to Kowalski, sir?
Yes. He must have been going through the same thing. I'm all right. I want to get up.
You've had quite a trauma.
No, I'm all right.
Captain, this is Sparks.
I have Admiral Nelson on the scrambler.
Take it slow. All right. Sparks, ask him to hold. I'll be right there.
Aye, sir.
Reconsider, Admiral. If we go ashore, we're asking for it. Let's get back to the Seaview while we can.
You're staying with my plan, Senator. Sparks, is Captain Crane there?
Just coming in, sir. Stand by.
Yes, Admiral.
Lee, we've landed in New York. It looks deserted, too. We're about to go ashore. Now, the moment you get here, I want you to form a strong shore party, at least half the crew. Land them in Manhattan, and then spread out to make a thorough search. We'll rendezvous at the UN.
Right, sir.
No, you can't risk your submarine that way.
I didn't get that last part, sir.
I didn't say anything. Now, just carry out the order I gave you.
Right, sir.
I'm afraid you're going to regret that order, Admiral.
Shall we go ashore?
Is this our position?
As of approximately 5 minutes ago, we're making fantastic time.
Then we should be off New York Harbor in a little over 2 hours.
Just about.
All right. Organize a shore party, at least 50 men. 70 if you can spare them. See that they're issued arms.
What's up?
The Admiral believes that New York's deserted, too. When we get there, we're going to comb the island.
Skipper, sonar contact. Large moving object, dead ahead.
Slow to 1/3.
Maneuvering slow to 1/3.
1/3, aye.
Hard right rudder.
Hard right rudder.
Aye, sir.
It's moving right with us.
All stop.
All stop.
All stop, aye.
What is that thing? Chip, take over. Will you?
I'm looking.
I saw it. Just now. It was an enormous octopus. It couldn't have disappeared that fast.
Maybe it was never there.
And that's what I'm afraid of. But sonar, I heard the contact, saw the reading. So did you.
It was a false reading. Could have been caused by a thermal layer.
I saw it, Chip. I saw it.
We could be getting electronic feedback from the X4. Shall I have engineering check it out? Lee, are you okay?
I feel like I'm losing my mind.
Do you want the doc to take another look at you?
No, That's it. Of course.
What?
The X4. That's our problem, the X4.
How do you figure that?
Ever since the Admiral activated that device, we've been having trouble, don't you see? There's probably some kind of an emission coming from it that's been affecting us. Probably acting directly on the brain. That's it. Now, Chip, listen to me carefully. I want you to get a detail from engineering. Dismantle the X4, the whole thing.
Look, Lee.
Don't question me. Look on the surface. Put the X4 on a raft and set it adrift. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. That's clear.
hope you've seen enough. I have.
Me too, sir.
Well, I haven't. No?
I don't mind saying it had me going for a moment. Does it, sir? Let's get out of here.
You've been reading my mind, Chief. Where's the senator?
Well, he's gone.
With or without him, we're getting back to the flying sub on the double.
Right.
Lee, we're on the surface. As soon as the engineering detail dismantles the device, we're ready to set it adrift.
Very well.
Captain Crane, this is sick bay.
Yes, Doc, go ahead.
Can you come down here? There's something you ought to know about.
I'll be right there. Take the con chip. Don't do anything about the X4 until I get back.
Aye, aye, sir.
I just don't know what to make of it. Maybe you can come up with an explanation.
A radio? Are you sure?
Look for yourself.
Hi, Skipper.
Hi. How are you coming along?
Oh, just fine, sir. Doc says I can go on unrestricted duty in a couple of days.
Oh, good. Where'd you get the radio?
I had one of the corpsmen get it from my locker. Sure helps pass the time.
Yeah. Did you mind?
No, sir. Help yourself.
Do you mind telling me how this passes the time?
Sir?
It isn't working.
Well, I don't understand. Well, there's a news broadcast on right now, sir.
There's nothing on. We haven't had radio reception aboard this ship since before you were shot. There's nothing on.
Well, sir, I'm listening to it. Why, they even just got through talking about Senator Dennis and his inspection trips. Can't you hear it?
Patterson.
Yes, sir?
Where did you meet Senator Dennis when you came aboard?
I didn't, sir.
Oh, what do you mean you didn't?
Well, I was repacking one of the auxiliary ballast pumps when he passed through my section. I had grease all over me. You know, I must be the only guy in the crew who didn't get to shake hands with him. In fact, I never even got a look at the guy.
Thanks. Take it easy, fellas. This is the captain. The special engineering detail will belay its orders. The X4 will be reassembled and restored to full working order at once.
Aye, sir.
Sir. Look. Demolition rig.
Hold it right there, Chief. I'll take your weapons, gentlemen. Drop the belts on the deck.
Have you lost your mind?
Far from it. I've been in complete control not only of my mind, but of yours. And it began the moment I stepped aboard your submarine.
Of course. That explains what's been happening to all of us. Some advanced form of mass hypnosis, isn't it?
Well, it's a primitive way of describing the most underrated force in existence. I can exert complete control over the senses of anybody I meet, whether I'm present or not. Takes a skilled expert, of course. And at the moment, I believe I may be the most skilled in the world.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
Now, wait a minute. You mean all the stuff we saw wasn't there at all, only we thought it was on account of him?
Something like that, Chief.
Oh, well, I don't get this at all.
It's not necessary that you do. Just sit down in the chair, please.
This is not going to work.
It's already worked. When both of you are strapped in, I'm going to set the fuse and get out. The flying sub will blow up, and your deaths will obviously be the result of a crash.
Well, I'm not going to sit here like a pigeon.
Oh, but you are. You're very lucky, Nelson.
You were after the X4, of course.
Of course. I almost had it.
You're losing your hold over us now. You can't make me see what isn't there anymore.
Not anymore. You're free.
Free. Potentially the most powerful weapon in the world, Lee.
I imagine Washington's delighted. Now that you're going to turn it over to them. I said, I guess Washington must be delighted now that they're going to get the
I wasn't talking about the X4. I was referring to mass hypnosis. Senator Dennis is the greatest master of it I've ever known. He could have been elected president eventually.
Do you really think that was his plan?
I think it was part of it. I think he had a fanatical ego like all would-be world conquerors. Only instead of overt force, he was going to use this power of his.
And he had me ready to ship out the X4.
Yeah, a suggestion he planted just before he left the ship.
Now, what was he going to do with it?
Well, it's hard to say with a mind like that. Perhaps he planned the biggest defense scandal in history. You know, something big enough to give him his first step to power.
It would never have worked.
Well, it's academic now. Washington has decided to keep the secret. There'll be a state funeral, of course, and I'm afraid that you and I will have to attend.
Admiral, in this case, I don't think I'll mind.